The Outshine Film Festival's big event is the CenterPiece Film and Party, the international male story. Now wait, you got the girl story, I get the international male story. Life is good. Thursday, October 20th. This year's Outshine Film Festival's centerpiece film is going to be the international male story, followed by a party, of course. The film's in-person screening will be on October 20 at 7 p.m. at Savor Cinema, which is in downtown Fort Lauderdale, and it will be streamed from October 21st to the 23rd if you can't get to it. It's directed by Brian Darling and Jesse Finley Reed. This movie is the official entry from the United States. It is a gay historical documentary. The film journeys across 3 decades of the international male's catalogs, unlikely but lasting impact on fashion, masculinity, and sexuality in America. Gene Burkhardt, a once closeted Midwesterner and GI, found freedom in San Diego, where he transformed men's fashion into something cosmopolitan, carefree, and trend-setting. This character-driven documentary crafts a portrait of a band of outsiders who changed the definition of masculinity, the way men would look at themselves and each other, and how the world would see them. This is their story, a modern-day fairy tale about a dream that did come true. The in-person tickets for this movie of the featured spotlight are available at $35 on the Outshine website, and the virtual movie tickets are just $14 each. The ticket allows you entry for the film at the Savor Cinema, followed by the CenterPiece after party. It's going to also be there on the patio. This is one of the films I'm really looking forward to. We were talking about older white men. This movie is written for me as a documentary. In the 1970s, gay men that either didn't know they were gay yet or in no way wanted anyone to know that they were gay, participated in the International Male Catalog. It was mailed to your home quarterly, and it included all kinds of beautiful men in beautiful and extravagant, over-the-top, flamboyant even clothing. He was Andrew Christian before there was an Andrew Christian. And every quarter, every 3 months, a new catalog would come out, and you would see these beautiful clothes. And if you were a teenager and you couldn't afford anything in it, you still enjoyed the International Male Catalog because it basically was your porn before porn.
So the pages were stuck together, huh?
You kind of figured it out.
I didn't need to think about Al's event. But you know, I love as a historian, or as my partner Patrick calls me, a herhistorian.
A herhistorian.
I love that. Very clever. He's very clever. I love films like these. Like, we need more about, because you know what it is too. It also created a look. Like, it gives us beauty standards. It helps us understand how certain ideas of what beauty looks like, right?
Yeah.
Kind of took shape. And along certain like middle class standards, along whiteness, and all these kinds of ideas. So it's a story about how we are also where we are today.
Yeah.
It's an origin story in some ways.
And I love documentaries.
Me
Like,
too.
you can get me with a documentary about anything. Like, honestly, I would sit there. And there's another documentary out for the Outshine Film Festival that's called Lucky. Try to check it out, okay?
Ooh.
So it's French, and it's about a 27-year-old one-armed gay model and dancer, right? And about his upbringing and about how he made it through his struggles.
Wow.
It's called Lucky, and I really want to see that as well. Documentaries, you got me. Documentaries about shoes. Make something like that.
You know, one other thing that I want to say about International Male, this documentary is a wonderful reminder. For me, it'll be almost nostalgic to watch it, which I really appreciate. And the impact of the International Male Catalog, a Gen Z or a millennial really has little conception of how important this fashion catalog was. 2 people, to give you in completely opposite camps, have talked about the importance of this. The first is Mike Ruiz, and Mike, internationally famous photographer. We did a story last night, and it's happening out, about his 2023 calendar of muscles and mutts, and the dog catalog or calendar that he does. How influenced he was when he was younger about International Male. At the other end of the spectrum, the other person that was really influenced by the International Male Catalog was RuPaul.
Right?
And before RuPaul was really RuPaul Charles, he's a man who's a bouncer in a bar in Atlanta, and his gayness is represented in the quarterly of the International Male. That's how important that was.
All right, let's continue.
Wait, did you forget where you were thinking about those pictures of the International Male?
He was
And
still
didn't
thinking about the
remember?
pages sticking together.
I needed half a reason. Untrue. It's so good to be in this space. We're all here, like when people are about to enjoy a film. It feels good. I feel the energy.
Wait, let's talk about that 1 second.
Yeah.
What do you think about, we're conversing all the time. There's politics of the world and the world's crashing in. Then we're talking about the bars on Wilton Drive or South Beach, and we're so obsessed with our social. We're sitting right between both of those. This is a cultural embracement. Are you excited about the idea that we're sitting in a cultural experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels good to be out and among people again. To build community is so important for us as LGBTQ+, especially at this time when we're under attack. To be able to be together as a community, to be unapologetic about who we are, and to be visible.
And celebrate culture. And celebrate our
culture. Well, before we move on, Julio, to your story, does that mean that John can't be shamed anymore? But no.
Well,
I'll have to consider that. Yeah.
we love you, John.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.